It's 5:30 on a wet April morning, and 25 teams of New Zealand's best youthful adventurers are setting out on a 12-hour odyssey. From now until early evening, they'll scour river, road, hill and gully before returning to this place. Some will arrive back as national champions, but all will have found personal rewards.
Teamwork, self-belief, pushing the limits, understanding the limits, being tested and pushed and overcoming. They're just some of the things that they'll get out of it.
Are we going upstream?
As if darkness and rain are not handicap enough, the first half of leg one sees the team members roped together, with two blindfolded.
Actually, I don't know where I am, and it's early in the morning.
The teams are from all points of the compass and with varying degrees of experience. For some, like the Henderson High School team, this is uncharted territory, and they've entered for the challenge.
This way.
Have we done three?
At the other end of the scale are the girls from Havelock North High School, reigning champions and determined to do a repeat performance, though they know the field is tougher this year.
Did you want the instructions on my bag? Proceed. Oh, is that the one we just got?
Partway through the first leg, team members are untied and unblindfolded so that they can grapple with a complex 3D puzzle, completion of which provides directions to control point one.
All parts together by following the right order of numbers.
Then it's off onto the road in search of the first transition, this time on bikes, but only two per team, making a long run for half the members. Some use ingenious strategies, like the Project K team, who operate a shuttle system with one competitor returning to the runners with a spare bike.
You can bring the bike back for me.
Project K is a team that has spent the past few months gaining the motivation and skills to put their lives on a new path, and today's event will be a stern measure of their progress. At the head of the field, favourites New Plymouth Boys High School are making good time. So good, in fact, they're about to have a nasty shock as they're intercepted by the race director's vehicle.
You guys haven't been to CP1?
What?
You haven't been to CP1?
It's at the bridge though.
No.
In their pursuit of speed, the New Plymouth team has not only missed collecting some optional points, but bypassed a compulsory checkpoint. They're now obliged to backtrack and rectify their mistake or face disqualification. Darkness is still on the Tuki River when the New Plymouth Boys High School team transitions to the kayaks. Despite their enforced detour, they're still well ahead of the field, and dawn breaks before the mixed team from Havelock North arrives in second place. Pretty soon, though, there's a rush of teams dragging or carrying kayaks to the shrunken river, which will provide plenty of challenges over the next couple of hours. The Havelock North girls team have made good time, arriving 10 minutes ahead of their nearest rivals from Napier Girls High School. Making excellent progress too are the inexperienced Project K team, but for tiny kayak novice Sam, the next 2 hours will prove a real test. Sometime later, with the sun fully up, the boys from Henderson High School make the transition. So far they've made a wrong turn and had to go back to collect their flag, but they're still cheerful and thankful for small mercies.
The other team is still to come, so we're not coming last.
Yeah, come.
Hi Mum, let's go.
Mist still hangs over the Tuki River as the adventure races navigate its shallow waters. On the journey south, there are a series of checkpoints to be visited and Rogaine points to be gathered, and the first of these involves a trek through bush and stream. It's been a damp morning, but now it gets decidedly wetter. And the competitors aren't the only ones in the dark waters.
I don't like eels. Yeah, it's just quite cold, and so we're a bit worried about Chloe because she's a bit cold, and so we've got to look after her.
Are you cold, Chloe?
Yeah, freezing. We're going to get some dry clothes on once we've done this, once we get back on the kayak.
Sam, I've got a question for you. How come you look so happy?
I'm not, I'm freezing!
There was this bit where we thought, oh, it's pretty shallow, and I just went head under. That's horrible, but yeah, it's just part of the race.
For a short while, wet and cold competitors take to the river again and then begin to scour grassy farmland in search of the next checkpoint. New Plymouth Girls High School and the Havelock North Girls make short work of the journey, but for some it's not so easy.
Oh wait, I did not get it wet again after you gave it to me.
This is not funny.
Yeah, stop looking at it.
We've just overtaken Stacey's team, so we're going well.
We think we might be in the lead now.
It's now all over.
The race rules are flexible, and Havelock North mixed team decides that using only 2 kayaks allows them to rest a cold and tired team member. And when you get tired of rowing, you can always push.
We think we're here. The checkpoint down there.
Now whose spot was it? I don't even have a
Missing a checkpoint can prove costly, as the Opunake High School girls team is about to find out. They're already 100 points down on the leading teams, and now they have to make a trek upriver to check in at CP3. It's a delay that will affect them later in the day. Still making up lost time, the Henderson High School team have their skates on and remain in good humour.
Any thoughts on team tactics from here on?
Win. What a joke. Catch up to whoever we can and just try and make up for the time that we lost in the morning.
What about that big hill on the mountain bike? How are you feeling about that?
Oh, I'm pretty keen on that. Yeah.
Mid-morning, and the competitors in the New Zealand Secondary School Adventure Racing Champs transition to their mountain bikes in rain and mist. Most are cold, wet and desperate for a change of clothes.
It's pretty cold and wet, but otherwise it's choice. Apart from the aching backside I have.
That was bloody awesome going through the gorge, but had to swim a few bits, but it's all good.
Do you want to change any wet stuff?
I don't have any dry stuff left.
Right, get some food in your piece chocolate.
Most teams save some dry clothes in their packs, aware that they'll have to recross the river once more on their bikes. But just whereabouts is not clear.
I think we should go down this side and then across the river there where it's narrower, rather than go up the cliff there.
While some take the direct route and ford the river early, most go for the narrows downstream, and Napier boys and the Trident Tryhards from Whakatane are the first to set off in pursuit of the leaders, New Plymouth Boys High School. Meanwhile, competitors continue to arrive for some time yet, with leading girls teams Napier Girls and Havelock North reaching dry land together.
We're pretty cold. We had to go swimming in the stream and kayaking was pretty chilly. But nah, it's going really well. Yeah, we just need to hit the road, get on the bike.
I'm freezing and I just can't wait to start moving again. And I'm not looking forward to the hill, mountain really.
And Sam from Project K is only too aware of what's ahead also, as she arrives cold and aching.
I got a sore back.
No, it's so sore.
I slipped on a rock.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It's overland now, a long climb on road and track leading to the top of 640 metre high Mount Kahuranaki. And out front, New Plymouth Boys High School and Trident High School are attempting to grind each other down. In adventure racing, the shortest route is not necessarily the fastest, as New Plymouth Boys High School has found out since they left the river 2 hours ago. Now as they approach the summit of Mount Kahuranaki, the effects of battling rough terrain have kicked in, and Trident High School has gone ahead. Trident High School is first in the race to the top and is now well established as the lead team, since unlike New Plymouth, they have no penalties. However, a tired and determined New Plymouth Boys team knows that the day is only half over and that more care and navigation could snatch back the lead. As the leading teams enjoy the downhill, Karamu High School becomes the first mixed team to reach the high point of the race, while the girls' event remains a tight three-way struggle.
Just got to the top of the track at the same time as Havelock North. New Plymouth girls are also close behind us, but Havelock North and New Plymouth took the other track, so we're hoping this is the better way.
Tell us what happened.
Went the wrong way.
Whereabouts?
Other side of the hill.
You went down the other side of the hill?
Yeah.
How much time did you lose?
Probably 20 minutes.
Oh dear.
Oh well. We'll get
That's the difference between first and 10th.
Yeah.
The New Plymouth B team are not the only ones whose choice of route will seriously affect their prospects on the journey down to the end of the mountain bike leg. For early mixed event leaders Havelock North, however, the problem is more fundamental.
Well, about 20 minutes into the start of the bike, we lost the pedal and yeah, we've been towing it.
We're just cycling back up the hill that we came down because we went too far and we missed the turn off.
Despite the mess up, Project K are soon heading downhill again and enjoying the ride. Not too long ago, all 4 team members would have deemed racing for 12 hours an impossibility. But mentoring, provided by the Youth Development Program, has had a major impact.
Are you a different sort of person?
Yeah, had a...
In what way?
Like lazy years, and I didn't really try at school.
Yeah.
And yes, changed heaps.
Have you set some goals?
Yeah, a few.
What can you tell me about them?
Complete this.
Oh, that's a goal?
Yeah. Beat my learners.
Any future plans after this race?
Go home, go to sleep.
No, like I mean a bit longer term than that.
Go home, go to sleep.
Temporary relief in the shape of a compulsory 10-minute break awaits at Transition 3, where New Plymouth Boys High School arrives, having snatched back a narrow lead from Trident High School.